So, Kate, I sent you a woozy face emoji using Microsoft Teams yesterday. Did you see that?
Yes. I wondered if but it's not woozy face. It was ill face, wasn't it?
I searched for woozy face and it put in, the animated, kind of ill face. This thing's got a thermometer hanging out of its mouth. Let me try again.
Okay. Because I questioned if you were not well, but
woozy.
I thought, I'm not sure that he meant to send that. So I laughed at your woozy face.
Yeah, so when I put woozy in the, because you can type in, if you know the name of an emoji, you can type it in, and it'll search for it here. And see, it's the thermometer, which you know what the official woozy face looks like, right?
I think that's the one you send me. Okay, look in the chat window, Matt, where it says that you sent me. Oh, I bet you it doesn't, because on my window it shows like the face that I think you're trying to send, but when I look at the actual message, it's the thermometer.
You just see the thermometer?
No, I mean I see it looks like two different images. So
I don't know if I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it's not making sense because this is my inbox and not yours.
Okay. And then I'm going to send you woozy face now over iMessage here. Of course, it's in my most frequently used. Very handy one. In between the clown emoji and the fire emoji. I don't remember using the fire emoji too awful much, but all right, sending you the woozy face. Whereas like the woozy face on Microsoft Teams looks like, ill face. Whereas the woozy face on iMessage, and I think most other platforms, is almost like a drunk looking face. It's like a durr kind of face.
Right.
And like that does not look ill, right? I mean, it could be seen as maybe being drunk looking or something, but no, it's one of those disappointing things where, especially multi-platform, they've gotten better at making them sync up. But for a while, if you sent, I think it was the gun emoji, where if you sent the gun emoji from an Apple device to an Android user, on your Apple end, it looks like a water pistol, and then on the Androids, it looked like an actual, like the gun, like it previously was used, So, I don't know, it's just, this is all just to say that emoji, get it together. I don't want confusion. I don't want Kate thinking I'm ill when I'm just woozy.
Right. Did you notice what kind of emoji I sent you, though, before you sent the woozy one?
You had sent me...
if you hover over it, it tells you.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Not on my Mac, it doesn't seem to. I click on it?
It was smirking.
Smirking emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, that's like does that thing where it's the grin is exaggerated on one side of the mouth, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just another public service announcement to the listener that don't have too much confidence in the emoji that you search for. It might not be what you're thinking.
It might not translate as well.
It's the kind of service that people have come to know and expect from Matt and Kate. But I do think they've gotten better. I'm not sure what the Android... Let me see. Emoji.
Well, you and I could go back to, instead of sending each other emojis, we could just send each other what we would send of an emoji, like gritting teeth.
Yeah, it's been a bit since we've actually... Yeah, you're
smirking.
saying like type out the words, like you don't actually see pistol. Originally depicted as a classic handgun, as a revolver or other pistol. 2016, Apple switched its design from weapon to toy. Other major vendors followed suit by 2018. Microsoft initially displayed the emoji as a toy ray gun before switching to a revolver, then squirt gun. So there you go. The pistol is now water pistols on all devices. Here we go. So people aren't thinking that you're going to threaten them with an actual gun, but just a water pistol, which can be a little bit intense, but not quite the same.
I'm just trying to think of an occasion when I would use it other than like, don't forget to bring your water guns, but I don't know that I wouldn't just spell that out.
Yeah, I can think, I like to put emoji in certain order, and you could still like point the pistol to the head of an emoji or something if you wanted to.
Oh my.
I know. A little bit dark.
Whoa.
Woozy face emoji.
Whoa. Gritting teeth.
Yeah.
Bug eyes.
Bug eyes.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, what are in your favorites?
Kissy face.
Okay.
Blowing kisses, I guess. Sideways laughing, eye roll, sad face, praying, blushing, Labrador, winking, I don't know, smile, bug eyes, fingers crossed, okay, sobbing, and hang 10, dude.
Nice. Yeah, mine. So I'm looking at my Mac now. I think it will show up differently on my iPhone, depending on the device. So frequently used. Sunglass smiley face emoji, also known as the cool emoji. Thumbs up. Eggplant. Smiling face with the 3 hearts orbiting around the head. Woozy face, expressionless face, horns. The metal kind of fingers.
Yeah. Okay.
Emoji. I like to think of that's like rock on emoji. The wow face emoji. Hearts popping out of the eyes emoji. Gritting teeth. We've got the dollar bill coming out of the mouth emoji with the dollar sign eyes. Clown emoji. See, clown emoji. I need to be using that more. Flame emoji. Mind blow emoji. Shrug. What's ew?
I said, do you?
Do I what?
Need to use the clown emoji more?
Yes.
I disagree.
Okay. Shrug emoji. Crossed fingers emoji. Fingernail getting painted emoji.
Okay, interesting.
Popcorn. Party horn emoji. Beers clanking. Grin emoji. Hang 10 emoji. Side eye. Cowboy. Restricted emoji. One eyebrow raised. Straight mouth emoji. United States flag emoji. Woman getting her haircut emoji. Scissors emoji. And punch emoji or fist emoji or whatever that one is. So there's my frequently used emoji, Kate.
Well done.
Are you pleased?
Very.
Good.
Always.
Yeah. All right, Kate. So are you familiar with Casey Neistat? You know who he is?
No.
He's one of these YouTube guys, influencers, mainly kind of in the tech vein of things, but I feel like he's had lots of crossover stuff.
Okay.
And I wanted to share this with you on Twitter. He writes, I put this beep on everything, and it is a photo of marshmallow beverage flavor. Peeps branded marshmallow beverage flavor. So it looks like this shot was taken at like a gas station or something, because you see the disposable lids and everything. But I want to let you know, if you weren't aware, Kate, that there is Peeps beverage flavor that you can put into your soft drink.
Wow.
And what do you think?
I don't think I will be trying it.
Oh, I was curious. Maybe you'd want to try it because I know that you hate marshmallow.
Right.
And since this doesn't, it doesn't squish around like a marshmallow.
It's not sticky.
That maybe marshmallow flavor would be more acceptable.
Ugh.
Eh?
I don't want to upset any of the Peep people or the marshmallow people. So I'm just going to say I will let you have all the marshmallow beverage flavor. You don't have to worry about me taking too many pumps out of this sucker on my beverages. It's all you.
Well, how generous of you.
I know.
Let me see. Can we buy this marshmallow beverage flavor? And I search for it, marshmallow beverage flavor. Google shopping, nothing. I guess I'll see what Amazon has. Maybe this is only available to like 7-Eleven or Quick Trip or whomever. Peeps, marshmallow, beverage flavor. Oh, it autofills. That's a good sign. No, it's just showing up, just showing traditional Peeps. Huh. Might be hard to find this beverage out because I was going to order you some.
Oh, that's so rude of you.
Ow.
Ow.
I thought I was being generous. This would give you the opportunity to maybe...
That's a giant bottle, Matt, that you think someone who doesn't like marshmallows is going to be like, oh, thanks so much.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could...
That's a lot to make a decision.
Maybe the kids would like to drink that. Well, what do you think that is? What size bottle is that? You think, how many ounces do you think that is? 24?
At least.
Maybe 30 ounces?
Yeah.
I wonder what's in that bottle next to it that doesn't have a label.
Hand sanitizer.
That's a good guess. Maybe.
Right next to the Peeps.
Yeah.
It's gonna
catch a buzz.
Add just as much flavor.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you add Peeps marshmallow beverage flavor or hand sanitizer to your drink? If someone had a water pistol to your head.
You know, Matt, sometimes when you go into stores and you get the hand sanitizer, you go, oh, that's a good idea. And then you put it on and it smells like the cheapest vodka that you drank in college. And you have like that sting of a memory where it's like, oh, gosh, I threw up so much that night.
Yeah, we have an artisanal, locally, I think from one of the breweries in Kansas City, maybe, produced bottle of hand sanitizer in the Keijo van. And it smells like tequila.
Oh.
So I get pretty excited sanitizing my hands in the Keijo van.
Yeah. I would think that would be a little bit. Sometimes the vodka hand sanitizer is too much.
Yeah, this really does smell like tequila. You have to give it a sniff sometime.
Okay.
Yeah. Or no? Will that bring back bad memories too, in addition to the vodka one? Or have you had fewer unfortunate tequila nights versus vodka nights?
I don't think I've got as many tequila nights as vodka nights. I should be safe.
Time to catch up.
Right. Lost times.
Yeah. Margaritas tonight. Kate's house.
Oh. Yeah. Normally I rock the lemon or citrus smelling hand sanitizers.
Oh, I just go for the standard quote, non-smelly kind.
Right.
I guess the more just hand sanitizer smell. Original flavor.
Right.
This one over here, we got a Germ X moisturizing aloe hand sanitizer. Mm-hmm. So I think this has kind of an aloe smell to it. Let me remove the top off this. Now you can still tell it's hand sanitizer, but yeah, you can tell there's something else added to that.
Yeah. The one I keep at my desk is Sunshine and Lemons antibacterial hand spray.
Sunshine and Lemons.
Mm-hmm.
What's Sunshine smell like?
This hand sanitizer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sounds like a...
Call Bath and Body Works. They can give you a little bit more
wow.
in-depth answer.
Right. They're so committed to coming up with that flavor, they got close to the sun to capture the essence.
Yeah. We've got some hand soap like that. And yeah.
Don't want to fly too close to the sun, right, Kate? Or you end up being like...
Icarus.
There you go. Look at that. Kate knows her Greek mythology here.
Whoop, whoop.
On Matt and Kate.
I also used to have a pair of Nike Icarus running shoes.
Okay, well, no wonder.
Yeah.
Did you almost fry your wings off when you're wearing them?
No.
Did your vertical improve that much?
No, that's why I couldn't understand why they name them Icarus, but they did.
You can fly so high, just beware that the sun is there.
You're running so fast, you might leap into the sun.
Right. For the unfamiliar, Icarus was... can you explain, Kate, or should I just sloppily explain?
No, go for it.
Some kind of mythological character who had wings, but then flew too high and they burned off in the sun, and then he plummeted to his death?
He was trying to fly, yeah. He was trying to fly, so he built these wings, and his hubris, his pride, told him to fly as high as you can, and then once he got close to the sun, they melted, and he fell to his death, yes. I can't remember who his dad was, because I feel like there was a lesson, like, told him, don't go too far, and he's like, oh no, of course I can.
Icarus. His father, Daedalus? Is that how you say it?
How did I forget that one?
Daedalus? Daedalus. I like Daedalus, who is the maker of the labyrinth and a master craftsman.
I feel like my college professor would be so ashamed of me right now.
Icarus and Daedalus attempt to escape from Crete by means of wings that Daedalus constructed from feathers and wax. Daedalus warns Icarus first of complacency and then of hubris, instructing him to fly neither too low nor too high, lest the sea's dampness clog his wings or the sun's heat melt them. Icarus ignores Dad's instructions not to fly too close to the sun, causing the wax in his wings to melt. He tumbles out of the sky, falls into the sea, and drowns. The myth would later be coined in the idiom, "Don't fly too close to the sun." Icarus. Oh man, it's great when we learn about Greek mythology on Matt and Kate, huh, Kate?
You know it.
Yeah. So, Kate, on the way in this morning, I kind of freaked out on I-29 because I thought a car was coming at me.
Uh-oh.
You know how you hear about this? Every once in a while, someone goes and down the wrong side of the highway. You're like, wow, okay, what were they on? How'd you pull that off?
Mm-hmm.
And so I flashed my lights because it was very far away, and I hit my horn a couple of times. And then I noticed, well, that car is getting further and further away from me. And I realized that they weren't like going in reverse at 70 miles an hour. but that like they didn't have brake light covers. So they just had the exposed brake lights. They didn't have the red cover over them. So momentary freak out thinking I was going to perish in a head-on collision on I-29. But turns out, no. Dude's brake lights. And it's early enough that when your headlights are on, your brake lights are on as well, to a lower intensity than when you brake, to be clear. But just a reminder, you should have your brake lights covered with like a red plasticky thing.
Yeah, because they look like... Okay, is there a difference between brake lights and tail lights?
Oh, that's a good point. So I should probably say tail lights.
I'm just curious.
I think so. I think if you say tail lights, that includes the non-braking lights, yeah. Yeah, so no taillight coverage.
Yeah, so when your headlights are on, your taillights are on. But still, there's those headlights that almost like blind you because they're so bright and they're just regular. It's not like even they're brights.
Yeah.
I thought what you were saying was their taillights were like new fancy, like the headlights, like they're that bright on the back of the car. And I was gonna be like, oh geez.
Yeah, it was just pure white light staring at me.
Oh.
And I was freaked out, but it's okay. Okay. Although, once again, you'll get pulled over for that, by the way. I got pulled over once because I was at a friend's house and this kid was playing croquet or hitting the croquet ball around and gave it too much of a hit and it hit my brake light. And so I had one of those temporary films on over it.
Right.
For too long. So long that it like faded.
Oh,
and then a cop pulled me over one night and was like, I'm pulling you over because of the bright white taillight staring at me. And I go, I put one of those films over it. Like it was a broken light. And I think it must have just faded. Like I kept it on there too long. And he went and checked it and he was like, oh yeah, that's it. You need to get that fixed. I'm like, thanks. And
no ticket, just told you to get it done.
Yeah. So
that was nice.
Yeah. Reminds me that I have one of my lights, so from my license plate is out, so I need to replace that one before the other one goes.
It amazes me how many people drive like with their headlights off, like that they don't have their cars on auto. And I'm talking about newer vehicles because it feels like in the last month at dusk, I've had to flash my lights at least like 10 times at people to be like, turn your lights on. Cannot see your car.
That's why I try to go to sleep before dusk. Yeah. But then that doesn't help during the morning, I guess. But at dusk, people are more likely to have not had their lights on for a while.
Right.
I guess. Whereas if you get in the car and it's pitch black, you're more than likely going to put your lights on. But
I mean, mine are on auto, so I never have to turn my lights on or off. They're just always on.
Yeah, I've got to flip the switch on mine. It's interesting because my 98 Corolla, I never had to. It had the daytime runners, and then it had the whatever you call photo cell or whatever that would detect the sun was up and it would turn the lights on. But when that car died, and then I quote upgraded to my 2011 Corolla, I had to start switching the lights on manually. Yeah. It also added 400 pounds of weight in the interim. Now, I know a lot of that's like additional airbags, and they kind of fatten the vehicle up for safety a little bit more. But I used to be able to hit 42.5 miles a gallon from time to time on the old 1998 Corolla. And now I think I've topped out at like 37 on the 2011. So what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Drive the car that I have until it dies.
Do you turn on your headlights when you use your windshield wipers?
No. Is that something you're supposed to do?
Yes, Matt. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking, for whatever reason, I thought you meant like washer fluid.
No.
No. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, whenever it's raining, my headlights are on. Yeah, you want to see, but in that kind of case, it also helps you be seen.
Yes.
More than anything. People behind, same thing with fog. It's most important to have headlights on for fog so that people behind you don't run into you, as opposed to it's great work lighting up the road ahead of you.
Drives me bonkers when people don't have their lights on in the rain.
You mentioned that, and in fact, once again, on I-29, one day on the way home from work, it was raining, and it was a pretty dark thunderstorm, too. Really darkened up the sky. And there was this car that didn't have their headlights on them. and behind them was a cop for a while. Like the cop was behind them for a long time. And, you don't want to be passing the cops on the highway. They really do a good job keeping people at or below the speed limit just by being near you on the highway.
Right.
And so I'd seen this for a while. I was like, that car's lights are not on. This cop has been behind them for like 2 minutes, and then sure enough, cop lit him up, pulled him over, and I'm fairly certain it's for those lights because the car was not flying.
Just drives me crazy.
They'll get you.
I want to see you.
And then, if the cops got to get out of the car during the pouring rain due to that, I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
Get it together.
Right.
So there you go. Have your headlights on when it's raining or if it's foggy. At nighttime, yes, as well.
Yes.
See and be seen. And then also, your taillight should be red, not bright white.
Right. And maybe it's great that you could see at dusk and you don't need headlights. That's awesome. But, you kind of want people to see you, so turn on your lights. That's just one of my driving pet peeves right there. Turn on your lights.
Yeah. Me too. There are worse ones out there, but that one's up there. This is such a common offense. And I know there's been times before where I've been driving. I'm like, hey, you know what? I should probably go ahead and turn these lights on because it seems like it's starting to get dark.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to forget about it. And I feel like I'm seeing more and more people that leave their turn signal on.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard to tell those people that their turn signal's on. They just got to eventually figure it out. Tick, 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 tick.
My car has an indicator that your indicator has been on too long.
Oh, really? An indicator?
Indicator. And it will, like, on the screen, it says your left turn signal is still on. The other day I was driving and no one's on the road, but I'm still using my blinker to change lanes. And I was listening to music really loud. And I thought, that's a really weird sound in the song. I've never noticed that before. Couple seconds go by. I'm like, my turn signal's still on. And I thought it was part of the song.
Wow, that's a pretty handy notifier, yeah.
That's how loud the music was.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I think I've talked about this before, at least as it relates to seatbelts. And maybe I mentioned turn signals as well. That why really tax your brain and decide those times that you will or will not use a turn signal? Or when not you'll use your seatbelt. Just always do it. And then you can just offload that. Your brain can just be in auto mode every time you get in the car. Buckle up and use that turn signal. No matter how desolate your neighborhood is.
And I also use that with our smart speaker and manners. Doesn't matter if you're talking to a robot. Use manners. Then, like, you don't even have to think about it when you're talking to people. You use manners.
This is extra things to say to turn my lights on.
Oh, Matt.
I'm pretty good at please and thank you. I personally can tell the difference between people and a computer. You know what I mean? Like, that one I'm good enough at. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a person I'm talking to. Having a dialogue. But
yeah, I guess you're not trying to teach people in your life how to use manners.
That's true. You've got your children.
Mm-hmm.
I do not. Have yours or my children.
Or
my own. Any children. There you go. I don't have any children of my own, and I don't have any other people's children hanging out at my house either. Nope. Too many things to get hurt on in there. Tripping hazards.
Matt, I've talked to you how much I like a good seltzer, right?
Yeah, well, specifically a hard seltzer, or do you like just like seltzer water too?
Yeah, you're right. I do like hard seltzers. I feel funny saying hard seltzer, but now I get what you're saying. Yeah, a grown-up seltzer. I'm not a big seltzer water fan.
Yeah, I think most people will assume that's what you're talking about, but I just wanted to clarify just in case.
So there is a brewery that is launching a dispensing system for seltzers.
Oh.
How cool is that? Kind of like, when you'd go to Pizza Hut when you were a kid and you'd get the, we always call them suicides. Get a suicide minus the diet. And you'd get a little bit of each in your cup.
Minus the diet? Okay.
Yeah, you don't put diet in your... You did?
Yeah, you're going to ruin the taste of of that. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you get the orange, you get the Sprite, you get the cola, you get the other cola, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that from Burger King when I was a little kid. That was like one of the... for the longest time, I think they were the only like self-serve beverage place when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly certain I hit every nozzle on the way down.
Yeah.
But,
well, there is a brewery where you can get hard seltzers on tap. So you can like go hang out and get a pitcher of this hard seltzer or try out other seltzers. And I'm thinking this would be fantastic at bars.
But would you be mixing this with a bunch of other flavors?
I don't know. Maybe do a little lemon in the raspberry or the lime and the strawberry.
But I assume this would be served from behind the bar, not just sitting out there for you to go have unlimited refills, right? Or is this...
Well, I mean, to each their own, but I mean, that could be a perk of a bar that you could fill up, bring your own cup or buy a cup or...
Yeah, I'm sure many bars have had someone try to come over the bar and fill their own drink.
I think there's a place in Kansas City where it's like all the taps are out and you pay so much and you can try and drink as many of the beers. I went to a rehearsal dinner where that was an option. I can't think of the name, though.
Yeah, I think I've been to such a place, too, and they just do a good enough job monitoring to tell that you're not refilling the same pint over and over and over again.
Right.
Yeah, like a brewery. I think it was at a microbrewery or something. Yeah, I can't recall the name of it either.
Yeah, but if they just had, the seltzers out, you could just... Or like kind of at a buffet, you have to get a new cup every time, and then you just stack your cups on the table and get charged by your cups.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, well, I was curious. Hard seltzer is like basically, well, it's like soda water, right? Mixed with like vodka or something, and then whatever flavoring. Is that what makes up a hard seltzer?
There are vodka ones out there, but I don't think they're all vodka ones.
Hard seltzer.
Like Truly's, those aren't vodka.
Type of highball drink containing carbonated water, alcohol, and often fruit flavorings. Huh.
Yeah, you could have like a whole White Claw fountain. I love it.
Seltzer night, yeah, and I mentioned this before as well, that it just blows my mind because I feel like this beverage came out of nowhere.
And they're not going anywhere.
Like this beverage came out of nowhere and then just took off, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw something the other day. You remember the candy Warheads?
I think so.
I never did Warheads. They were like too sour. It was like a really sour candy. I saw something about Warhead seltzer. I'm like, that does. Yeah, here we go. Artisanal Brewworks Warhead hard seltzer, blue raspberry, lemon, black cherry, and watermelon.
The dude on the cover of the Warheads packaging, sour chewy cubes, the extreme sour hard candy, variety of different types of Warheads. It's got the mind blow emoji, which we mentioned earlier was amongst my most used. Warheads.
They're available at Artisanal Brewworks, temporary tap room in Saratoga, New York, or at select distributors in California, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York.
Man, making this work for it, Kate.
I know.
Those are all decent trips.
If you love Warheads, make the trip. If you love Warheads and you love seltzers, there you go.
You'd probably just pour a pretty neutral seltzer over some Warheads, maybe? And extract the Warhead juice that way?
Maybe. Or do it old school Zima style and drop a Jolly Rancher in there. Remember that?
Sounds like an activity for the weekend, Kate. No, I don't remember. I never had a Zima.
No?
No, never once had a Zima. But you've had Zima with a Jolly Rancher in there?
Oh, yeah. Back in the day.
See, I thought Zima was like a seltzer. Is it? I feel like I mentioned this before and you told me I was wrong.
I'm going to say, I don't think it's as carbonated. I could be wrong, but it has been. Let me do the math here.
Yeah, it says a clear, lightly carbonated, like the key word there being lightly carbonated alcoholic beverage, made and distributed by the Coors Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah. Did you hear about Molson Coors, Matt?
Oh. No.
Hold on. Molson Coors just announced that they are discontinuing 11 of their quote-unquote economy brands.
Their economy brands, okay.
Right.
Well, they got a lot of them, I feel like.
Milwaukee's Best Premium.
Okay.
Keystone Ice. Ham's Special Light.
That was scary for a second.
Ice House Edge. Miller High Life Light.
Ooh, that hurts.
Steel Reserve 211. And Old English HG 8000. Which sounds like a cleaning appliance or something.
Luckily, they didn't go after Ham's proper, right?
Right.
Or Keystone Light.
But Miller High Life has a light?
Yeah, Miller High Life light. I haven't had that particular variant in a while, but Miller High Life itself, the champagne of beers.
Right.
I've had many of, but yeah. Discontinued beers from Molson. It's amazing that they had 11 of them. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they had 11 economy brands.
Yeah. Cheap beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Economy. It's one of our economy brands. Like they try to fancy it up. I say economy brands. I don't know.
Yeah. So if you like any of these legendary beverages, get out there and stock up while you still can.
That's right. And then pour one out for itself.
But don't, because then you don't know when you're going to get another one.
Yeah. Pour one out into a pint glass for yourself.
In your belly.